Hello and welcome. Just got the heart chakra ball today. I have a message coming through. It seems to be coming through the Lyrans. They have been coming through the last couple of days. So let's see what wants to come through. I have no idea. I did actually pull 3 cards yesterday, so I'll show those to you. Perhaps they want to speak into these 3 cards, but let's see. Let's just see what happens. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the heart chakra bowl. If you want to take 3 deep breaths in, we'll do 1. And breathe out. And 2. And breathe out. And 3. And breathe out. Hope you're doing really, really well. So yeah, the 3 cards that I had come out yesterday, literally it was the Light Worker Oracle Guide. I've got my window open, sorry if there's banging next door, but anyhow, I will get through this message. Something wants to come through, so if you're here probably to hear this message. Yeah, I believe in divine timing and synchronicity, so if you're here, thank you for being here. There might be something in this for you, so I hope you get something out of it. The Light Worker Oracle Guide, I haven't used this for a little while and I was guided to using it yesterday. I just pulled 3 cards. I'm not sure about you, the weekend was a little bit tricky for me. I was a bit uncomfortable on Sunday, so that's when I pulled these 3 cards. And then it was really reassuring to see that actually there were some interesting messages that had come through. Now, I haven't actually fully read into each one. I thought I'd save it for this reading. So the first one that came out was Alchemical Mutation, number 31. So 3-1, and this is the picture. So we've obviously got, yeah, if you can see here, we've got the human form and we have the angel form. So it looks like there's alchemical transmutation or mutation happening. And how I depict this card is with the spirit form, with the angels, is literally it's your divine essence is coming through. So if you've got some symptoms like aches and pains, a bit of nausea, headaches, there was a couple of other things that came through the book, and I'll read those out to you as well. This could be part of this alchemical mutation that's happening within your body. You know, we have been sort of programmed to think that flus and all that sort of thing are bad, and we suppress them, in the past we've suppressed them with the Panadols and the painkillers and the this and the that. But in actual fact, if we can really sit into it and allow, within reason, obviously you don't want to be in utter pain, right? But if you can sit in it and just keep drinking plenty of water, just really allow what's happening in your body. As I say, now this is the spiritual side of things. So yeah, once you've checked out the health side of things and physically, with your doctor or whatever, or whoever your healthcare provider is, and that's all good, then and then you're still getting these symptoms, this is most likely what the cause may be. And alchemical mutation. The other one that came out was Orbs of Light, which is number 40, and number 14, Soul Child, came out. So you can see again there's lots of orbs of light, and I'm just really noticing with these 3 cards, high frequency. This is what I'm noticing. High frequency with the angel coming in here to be embodied in the human form. And this is essentially what Jesus and Mary Magdalene were teaching was, Jesus, he was 100%, he mastered, he was the master, right? So he's now an ascended master, but he mastered 100% human form and 100% angelic form. So, yeah, I really feel that if this is coming through for you at the moment, yeah, just be patient with yourself and know that this too shall pass. It's a process, and when we are embodying higher states of frequency, sometimes we have to detox or purge, some people might say, just to let the old go and to make space for the new to come through, so that the light can really anchor in. So yeah, you might even be feeling called to do some fasting, some water fasting. Maybe you might be called to come off meat for a little while, just while this process is actually going through. So let's have a look. Alchemical mutation 31. Okay. Your spiritual growth is changing your mind, body, and soul. It is very real. It is helping you fulfill all aspects of your divine destiny. It is awakening spiritual talents and attracting in new energies. This process will bring tremendous joy and satisfaction. The body changes as light enters. Alchemy is catalyzed and transformation happens. Sometimes the appearance of the body changes. There will be a change in how the body feels, responds, acts, and creates. Radiance increases, lightness of being increases. If you have clairvoyant vision, you will see the increase in light as though the person is actually lit up from within, which, and in brackets, they are. Spiritual abilities become grounded in the body, and the person can channel healing energy just as naturally as they would set the dinner table. The spirit becomes a living reality in the body, and the material world is experienced as an extension of the divine light. So yeah, it just, it really does reinforce that there is a lot of light coming in. And also, just so you know, there's been a lot of solar flares, which is a lot of light coming from our central sun. So that too, if it's hitting the body, will make you really tired at times. So yeah, if you can, just rest up as much as you can and have a drink. Now I'm just going to press pause on this for a second, because I'm going to close. I think it's actually my garage. It's not next door neighbors. So hang on 2 seconds. Oh, after all that, it actually isn't mine. It is next door neighbor. So I'll just close the window just to stop the noise coming through. Okay, so if you have been experiencing any of the above and wondered if these or other unusual symptoms could be a direct result of increased spiritual energy affecting the body, then the answer is that it is very likely. You are encouraged to source whatever professional health support you need to take care of your body. Also consider using the following simple practices to ease away the side effects of divine alchemy taking place in you. The simple practices include getting regular rest. Additional sleep is a powerful way for the body and mind to heal and repair, integrate and reorganize. Allow time for physical exercise, which can help release excess energy, especially if you tend to feel mentally congested. Take some time away from meditation, spiritual studies, or discussions and energy work. Instead, simply be in nature or rest. If you work with colors, then take a break for a short time. Only work with very soft, subdued white or colorless light. If you have a tendency to push yourself with spiritual work, learning to take time off on regular occasions will help you recover more quickly and suffer less. And actually, it is a good reminder that when we are doing energy work, it is really important each increment that you give yourself at least a week between. So when I'm doing energy healing work on a person, I usually recommend at least 2 weeks. Really to integrate at least one, but ideally 2 weeks to do another session. So if you are currently going through sort of in a spiritual awakening and you're super interested in spirituality and you're wanting to like digest as much as possible, this could be your sign at the moment, just to take it easy, just to slow down a little bit, because each time you ingest something, even if it's just by reading it, you do actually need to just give your body a chance to actually integrate it within the body. So yeah, this could be just a little reminder that don't overdo it. And if you are working with one healer, it's always good to work with that healer and at that time and give yourself a break from any other healers. So yeah, just be mindful of just not overdoing it, I guess. You know, this is a good reminder, because you can just, it's like anything, it's like electrical current. You know, we're talking energy here, and if you like overdo the system, it will just fry itself and burnout. And yeah, you don't want that. You don't want a full-on burnout. So if you can just sort of gradually allow the energy to come through your body, and yeah, and then just yeah, just day by day, go with the flow, and really listen to your intuition too. And if you know, if that phone turns itself off, or if YouTube is turning itself off, that could be your higher self intervening and doing that on your behalf. So if your phone is not working all of a sudden, or you know, that meditation or that energy healing session is being interfered with, chances are your higher self is actually intervening on your behalf, on your human behalf, and saying, that's it, enough for now. And because I remember that happened to me actually a few years back when I was in Brisbane, and I actually jumped into the bath and I was going to listen to someone's activation, and it was actually an Arcturian one, so it would have been really high frequency, and it would have been a, you know, it would have brought in a lot of frequency. And I remember I actually slid into the bath and accidentally got water up my nose. I kid you not. Like, this is what your higher self can do sometimes. It will orchestrate the most uncomfortable things sometimes to stop you from doing certain things. And I've got so many experiences on this. If you ever want to like have a conversation about this, or, you know, please always reach out to me if you're ever feeling stuck, or feeling that you need some clarity or anything. You know, I do one-on-one sessions for an hour. We could just get on a call, or we can get on Zoom and you can just like chat it out, you know. But yeah, anyhow, so I slid in the bath, the water went up my nose, and then somehow I ended up actually infecting my ear. And I didn't have a burst ear canal, nothing like that. Ended up going to the doctors, and they prescribed me something for something else, but then it made it worse. It actually made it worse, and I ended up having to go to the doctors or the hospital, and they were like, no, we don't give that for that. Yeah, you should never have had that. And so for a week I literally couldn't hear, so I wasn't able to do any meditations, and I was just out of action. And so yeah, as I say, if you're not going to listen to your body, like I didn't, obviously I missed the message. Somewhere there would have been a message that would have said stop, and it would have been, I reckon it would have been a cutting out of the phone or whatever, and I just kept persisting, and I wanted to listen to this meditation or activation. And yeah, then my higher self came in and went, nope, we're gonna cut off your hearing for a week so that you can literally not listen. Oh, it was so uncomfortable. Oh my God, I never forget it. I was lying in bed for the week. Like, it was very, very uncomfortable. Anyhow, so finally, working with cooling energy, not cold, but refreshing, as a way to discharge excess heat can be extremely beneficial to body and mind. You can do this by sitting in the shade or in a room that feels cool and relaxing, or even cooling your hands before an air conditioner or fan, and then using your fingertips to transfer cool and healing energy by lightly touching your chest, back of neck, and back of your head, ears, and forehead. And there's an invocation for this. I call upon the beings that love me unconditionally and ask for divine grace, protection, information, assistance, intervention, and healing in all ways now, as I change alchemically. May my body and mind be supported and recover with divine assistance. I celebrate the alchemy that the light creates, and with kindness I allow for it to unfold in my body, mind, and soul, according to the guiding hand of divine love. May all those on the path of love and light be assisted to walk their path with as much joy and as little suffering as possible, through my own free will and divine grace, so be it. All right, so I feel like that was the main message. I actually feel like that was the message that wanted to come through, was to support yourself and don't overdo it at this time, and to take rest and drink lots of water. Good water though, like really, really good filtered water if you can. Stay away from fluoride or any of that sort of tap water. So I'll just really briefly speak into the orbs of light and the soul child, because I do feel that alchemical mutation is something possibly that you will be going through at the moment. So these two are just going to be support for the other this main card. Orbs of light. The spiritual worlds are delivering a message to you. You may have already heard it through telepathic reception and mistaken it for your own thought. Yet it is inspired by your higher guidance, those spiritual beings that love you without condition. It is an answer to a question and guidance to increase your happiness. And I just want to make mention, when it comes to your higher self and your guidance, your higher self and your I am presence is actually made up of all the archangels and the higher beings. So yeah, if that's something you want to look into more, because it does get a little bit complicated, know that, yeah, when you're speaking to Archangel Michael, he is a fragment of you. I know it blew my mind when I first discovered that. And for example, I work with Mary Magdalene a lot, so my higher self has an aspect of her, and that's what we have in our I am presence. And the more healing we do around our bodies, the more access we have to these guides. So today I had the Lyrans, and I do have a little tiny lion that wanted to come into the piece. Oh, they just really and I have a lynx here as well, wanted to come in. The keeper of secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So yeah, that's another reminder to rest. Good old lions, eh? They like to rest, and resting is actually a good thing. And we've been told that we need to always hustle and be busy and doing stuff. In actual fact, resting is receptive mode, and that is the divine feminine. And when the divine feminine is in receiving mode, that's when she draws things to her, magnetizes to her. So do know that when you're in receptive mode, you're actually doing a lot of good too. So you can action. Obviously we need the masculine, we action, and that's all like really good. And then we've got to get to a point where we flip it and we do we allow the other side of ourselves to literally rest, anchor, and receive. And yeah, it's one of those ones where I've learned, when I've learned to receive and just rest, is when I'll get all these things will happen. So yesterday I was having lunch with a lovely soul sister, and then in that time I had all these things come through. So don't ever think that because you're enjoying yourself and having time out from work that things aren't happening behind the scenes for you. And most times if you're in a state of joy, you actually are in receivership too. So if you can, stay in that state of joy. I know sometimes when we're feeling full on and we're going through this alchemical process and we're it's all a bit much and it's overwhelming. And if you can, just try and just come back into that sort of state of peace, and just remember that you're love and you're light, and just try and come back to peace. And if the ego's there and it's saying, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be walking the dog, da 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 da, whatever, just come back into that state of peace and just say, okay, thanks, ego mind, action mind, masculine mind. I just need you to be quiet for this moment while my intuitive mind comes through, and I get on and do some feminine flow for now, which could be just literally resting, like literally just lying on the bed and resting. Don't feel bad about it. So the invocation for this one is, I call upon the unconditionally loving orbs of light. Please bring me information, healing energy, and joy as I open my heart to the loving presence of the higher spiritual worlds here and now. I ask to see, feel, and know the loving intelligence of the orbs of light in ways that are relaxing, encouraging, joyful, and kind. I ask for the orbs of light to bring peace and blessing to this space, to consecrate as sacred, and to protect it so that only energies of light, love, and higher consciousness may enter. May the unconditionally loving orbs of light bless all those who can benefit from their presence. Through divine love and my own free will, so be it. All right, I'm up to 19 minutes, guys. So I'm just going to touch on the soul child, because there's obviously a reminder here that we're just like little humans and we're bringing in our soul essence, which is our higher self. So 14. Soul child. Rebirth is upon you, beautiful child of the universe. You have prepared for new life, and it is starting right now. The divine moment of rebirth, which occurs after a period of struggle, of intense inner work and physical transformation, has arrived. Enjoy getting to know this new self. It is a new day, a new beginning, a new you. Like an adventurer enjoying the discovery of a brand new world, take your time to explore the increase of light, power, and love. Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. There's a lot happening. But, you know, like, this is your path. And, you know, you've obviously got to this point of being able to embody your higher selves. And that's huge, you know, like, the more we embody our higher selves, the more we actually get to live according to the higher timeline, the divine plan, the God's plan, you know. And it's it's like super exciting when it gets to a point where you don't even have to like meditate to get into your higher self. You literally are your higher self. Like, that's so exciting. And, you know, I think it's an ongoing journey, like throughout life. Like, we literally just keep embodying more and more and more. However, I do feel like this particular reading today from the Lyrans, thank you Lyrans, is basically reassurance and confirmation that you're on the right track and that you have embodied, I was going to say a rude word, but you've embodied a big ton of your higher self. So I'm celebrating you for that. The invocation for this: I am a child of the universe, divinely loved and empowered to grow into a shining, radiant soul of love. May all aspects of my life journey be blessed to grow into their most beautiful and loving form. May all the people and ideas that are in need of protection, so that they may grow into their divine fullness, be blessed and supported by unconditional love. Through divine grace, so be it. Wow. They're all very similar, you know, they're all sort of spoken to really embodying that divine light within and the divine love within as well. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. When I post this, if you want to share, let me know your thoughts. Because I do feel for you, and I do want to say, you know, take it easy for, you know, going through this process. I felt it on Sunday. Now, I had not felt ascension symptoms like that for a few years, so there's more solar flares that are hitting the planet. And if you can get out into the sun, get a little bit of sun. You know, obviously don't get burnt like I did sometimes do. Don't get burnt, but like if you can get some rays, 15 minutes or whatever, you know, just let your body absorb all of the light rays from the sun. You know, we've got so many different colors coming from the sun, and they all serve a different purpose. And so it's super important that we get each one of those rays into our body to really help upgrade our DNA. And the more we upgrade our DNA, the more access we have to our higher self, our divine self, our multi-dimensional self. So, you know, they talk about junk DNA. Well, it's not really junk, it's just dormant. It's just sitting stagnant, and we just need to reactivate it. So I feel like the Lyrans are trying to remind us, keep doing that, keep reactivating your DNA, because the more you do that, the more they can communicate with you, and they can come in and they can help you on your journey. And they really want to help. They really do. And they're such beautiful, beautiful beings. I'm getting goosebumps as I speak at the moment. They are really, really beautiful. One that I know of and I work with is Sekhmet, beautiful being. Lyrans, they're lion energy, lion hearts. They're beautiful, high frequency. I'm getting 7th dimensional, so they could be on the 7th dimension plane. But yeah, they're really high. So allow them to come through and give your body rest so that you can integrate these parts of yourself. So if it's a Lyran aspect that's coming through at the moment, like just allow that to like really land in your body and let it integrate, and just have lots of rest and just be a lion. Literally just like chill out and just relax and be that powerful lion. Alrighty, on that note, I'm going to send you lots and lots of love, and I am celebrating you for, you know, everything that you're going through and pushing forward, and just, yeah, anytime you're feeling like it's all too much, just try and come back to a state of peace and surrender and trust, and know that it's all working out in your highest good. Your higher self's got you. It literally has. So even though you think that things might be crappy, like me getting that issue with my ear a couple of years ago, it was actually serving me. It actually did. So yeah, if something like that's happening for you, just know it's for your highest good. And yeah, just allow, and take care of yourself. And I'm sending lots of love. Love you guys.